Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a totally empowering blueprint for aging well. We are going to look at exactly how we can optimize our health, maintain our independence, and really keep our bodies strong just by tweaking the fuel we give ourselves after we hit that 50 milestone. So, if you've ever wondered how your body's engine changes as the miles add up, well, you are definitely in the right place. Let's get started. All right, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 4 main stops. First, the aging body's changing needs. Second, the heavy hitters, protein and dietary fiber. Third, essential vitamins and minerals. And finally, we'll wrap up with hydration and a few specific things we need to limit. Okay, section 1, the aging body's changing needs, the biology of aging. Let's explore why the rules of the game actually shift as we cross into our 50s and beyond. So you might be asking yourself right now, does my diet really need to change as I get older? I mean, what if I've always eaten pretty well? Well, the short answer from experts at places like the National Institutes of Health is an absolute, emphatic yes. Even if you've been eating super clean as a younger adult, the biological reality is that your nutritional needs fundamentally, physically change as you age. And this right here perfectly illustrates the core paradox of getting older. When we're younger, we generally have higher metabolisms, right? So we require more total calories. But as we age, our activity levels and our metabolism naturally start to slow down. That means we actually need fewer calories overall. But, and this is a massive but, because our bodies become way less efficient at absorbing the food we eat, we actually demand a much higher density of specific nutrients to keep everything running smoothly. Basically, you've got to pack way more nutritional punch into a much smaller amount of food. Now, a really fascinating and kind of scary concept to understand here is something called sarcopenia. This is the natural loss of muscle mass and physical function as we age, where muscle is often literally replaced with fat tissue. Yikes, right? But the amazing news is that we don't just have to sit back and accept this. We can actively fight sarcopenia by combining super nutrient-dense foods with regular resistance training. That combo protects our metabolic health, preserves our bone strength, and keeps our blood sugar totally in check. Moving right along to section 2, protein and dietary fiber. These are the heavy hitters. Let's see how they build the ultimate foundation for healthy aging. Okay, so the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that adults over 70 actually need significantly more protein than younger adults. Just look at the jump. For guys, it goes from 64 grams a day up to 81 grams. For women, it jumps from 46 up to 57 grams. Honestly, medical experts point out that older adults might need almost double the normal ratio, sometimes up to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. You literally need this extra protein armor to repair your cells, heal from injuries, and maintain that vital muscle strength to fend off that sarcopenia we just talked about. All right, brace yourself for a number that's going to blow your mind. 95%. Shockingly, according to the NIH, 95% is the percentage of Americans who simply do not consume the recommended daily amount of dietary fiber. No way, right? But it's true. And fiber is absolutely vital as we age, mainly because our bowel function naturally slows down. Without enough fiber, we're looking at irregularity, blood sugar spikes, and a much higher risk for really uncomfortable digestive issues. To fix that crazy fiber deficit, women generally need about 25 grams daily, and men need around 30. But don't worry, you can easily translate that math into real, delicious food. Just a single cup of raspberries gives you 8 grams right off the bat. A cup of boiled green peas, that's 9 grams. Simply adding a big potato, keep the skin on, that's where the good stuff is, or swapping regular pasta for whole wheat spaghetti are incredibly easy little hacks to build up your fiber for optimal digestion. All right, let's jump into section 3, essential vitamins and minerals. Think of these as the vital spark plugs for your aging body. Let's start with calcium. Every single day, we are naturally losing calcium through our skin, our nails, even our sweat. And because our bodies can't produce it on their own, if we don't eat enough of it, well, our bodies will literally steal it directly from our bones. Not good. That's why aiming for 1,000 to 1,300 milligrams a day is absolutely critical to prevent osteoporosis. To put that into perspective for you, just 3 regular glasses of milk get you to about 900 milligrams. You can also easily grab it from leafy greens, almonds, or soy. But, here's the real catch with calcium. It's basically useless if your body can't absorb it, and it needs vitamin D to do that. The problem? Our skin actually gets way less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight as we get older. Actually, adults over 70 need up to 3 times more vitamin D than younger folks. So securing it through safe, brief sunlight exposure, eating fatty fish like salmon, or talking to your doctor about a supplement is totally essential so your body can actually use all that bone-protecting calcium. Now let's talk about potassium. This is kind of the unsung hero for regulating fluid balance and naturally lowering your blood pressure. The target is pretty high, 4,700 milligrams a day. But what's really interesting here is that doctors strongly advise getting this from your actual diet rather than a pill, because potassium supplements can have some nasty side effects. Luckily, it's super easy to boost your intake. Just enjoy things like baked yams, beet greens, a classic baked white potato, or some cooked spinach. We also absolutely have to pay attention to vitamin B12. This one is fascinating because you could be eating plenty of meat, fish, and dairy, which is where B12 naturally lives, and still be completely deficient. Why? Because your stomach's ability to efficiently absorb this specific nutrient drops off a cliff after age 50. So to keep your nerves and blood cells firing on all cylinders, fortified cereals or B12 supplements might become a non-negotiable addition to your routine. Definitely a good one to chat with your doctor about. Finally, Section 4, Hydration and Limits. Let's look at the everyday, daily maintenance of our bodily systems. Hydration is paramount, but aging plays a really sneaky trick on us here. Our sensation of thirst actually dulls as we get older, and our kidney function changes too. This means you can get dangerously dehydrated without even realizing it. Your routine has to be proactive. Sip water constantly. And hey, milk, soup, tea, and even coffee, they all count towards your daily total. The golden rule is never, ever wait until you actually feel thirsty to take a drink. Aim for 8 cups a day for women and 10 cups for men to keep things like urinary tract infections and heat stroke at bay. When we talk about limits, sodium is enemy number 1. Keeping your sodium below 2,300 milligrams, which, by the way, is just about 1 single teaspoon of salt spread across your entire day, is the key to protecting your heart. And if you already struggle with high blood pressure, you really should be aiming for an even lower target of 1,500 milligrams. The best hack for this? Cook at home more. Most sodium is hiding in ultra-processed and packaged foods, not coming from your salt shaker. We also want to keep a close eye on a few other limits. Minimize added sugars to protect your teeth and fend off fatty liver disease. Ditch the saturated fats found in pastries and processed junk and swap them for healthy, monounsaturated fats like olive oil and avocados. And finally, alcohol. The strict guidance is a maximum of 10 standard drinks a week. See, older bodies have a higher fat-to-water ratio. That means processing alcohol is way slower, leaving you way more susceptible to liver damage and dangerous falls. You know, this quote really hits the nail on the head. Optimizing your diet is not about clinical, miserable restriction. It's really not about taking away the joy of a good meal. Rather, it's entirely about arming yourself with the right tools to stay vibrant, strong, and completely independent. It's about giving your body exactly what it desperately needs to thrive in this awesome new chapter. So as you head to the kitchen for your very next meal, I want to leave you with this one question. What small, nutrient-dense choice can you make right now to powerfully fuel your next great adventure? Maybe it's just swapping a sugary snack for a handful of almonds, or keeping the skin on that baked potato. Remember, every single bite is an opportunity to build a healthier tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and hey, here is to your health and vitality.